Okay. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic Listening Classics. This is episode number 1620 and Doubleshot number 1514. Now, both these two trades, one's from Valiant and one's from Dynamite. The Dynamite trade is something I never expected to do this crossover, but I saw this in my little comments. I'm like, I'll get this book. This book's first. First, we have from Valiant, we have Ninjak. Volume 3, Operation Dark Slide. Yes, that is what this name of this trade is. Dark Slide is something related to Shadow Man. Yep, this whole story arc is mostly deal with Shadow Man. I believe it's just after his ongoing series got canceled. Yes. If I were wondering, who's the beautiful with the cover? That's Punk Mumbo. She actually made her first appearance in Shadow Man Volume 2, Issue 13. That was actually her very first appearance. Yep. Now, she, of course, is working with Ninjak in here, mostly to help bring back Shadow Man. That's mostly what this thing is. And the ending of this thing that does, the very next story they do tease is that basically Colin Kane's castle is going to be attacked in the very next story. That's quite interesting to cover when I get a chance to hands on Volume 4 for this. Yeah, and of course, there's a whole joke in here. It's like, oh, I'm fully prepared. And Punk Mama was like, you're spending too much time with X-Men War, haven't you? Which, yeah, given the fact that Unity and Ninjak, this volume Ninjak, are both written by the same guy, Matt Knott, why the heck not? And we even have a backup feature in here focused on Magpie. No, not the smoking hot babe from Batman comics. No, this is basically a costume that basically became sentient associated with Shadow Man. And you could kind of say this is a backer pilot to a brand new Shadow Man series. Mostly, yes. Yes, as far as I can tell. Oh, excuse me, it was actually Volume 4 of 14. I thought it was actually Volume 2. Nope. It was actually Volume 2. Or Volume 4, excuse me. Oh, it's the first volume under the current IDW book. But it's not the Andy Diggle book. No, it's the previous volume. I think the Andy Diggle book came after this one, if I'm not mistaken. Well, actually, it was a couple mini series, a one shot, and then finally Andy Diggle's run came in. Which, by the way, his run was not very long. It's only like 11 issues. And you're thinking, really? 11? Yeah, really, it's only like 11 issues. It's a really short volume. Yeah, that's the weird thing comes to Shadow Man under the current volumes. His volumes don't last very long, shockingly. You ever think, okay, what about the original Shadow Man volume? 44 issues. The second volume, which I think is the same cover artist who did stuff for Vertigo. This is only 20 issues, and of course we have volume 3. This one is a 6-issue miniseries. Done by Dan Emmett, which I haven't read this one yet. Now, I have been reading some Shadow Man, some old Shadow Man. It's really good stuff. And this is mostly like Ninjak basically dealing with stuff related to the Shadow Man book. You can kind of say this is basically a tie to Shadow Man. Basically, it's reviving the character. Because I think these issues came out just after Shadow Man Volume 4 concluded. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Came out in 2014, this last issue did, and let's see, it was 2014, March 2014, and the first issue of this very story arc came in a little over a year later. Yeah, it was just a little over a year later, and like in the case of like the very next volume for the series, Volume 5, that came 3 years later. Yeah, but before that book, you had like 2 mini-series, basically, End of Days. Okay, so basically the story arc is basically set up for a mini-series Rapture, which I haven't got this book yet, but this might be something basically I might cover in the future. Yep. But it's a very good story arc. This book, roughly a 9.5 out of 10. Artwork was done by Doug Brown. It's really good. Yep. Alright, next up is the book I never thought would cover. This is Kiss Vampirella. I've told some people about this book, and people thought this was a strange, they're thinking, what? Vampirella teamed up with the band Kiss? Yes, this actually happened. This is written by Christopher Sibilia. And we're thinking, that writer's name sounds familiar. Didn't he do Blue Beetle? Yes, as a matter of fact, he did. He did the final 5 issues of the last 5 of the series. Yep. Now, this book takes place in the 70s, basically the start of Kiss's popularity. Yep, and of course they come back and they mention about these various restaurants basically they're basically trying to go to. They're all out of business, or they closed up. One's like a coffee place now. And basically the one thing I do criticize this miniseries for, the lack of interaction between Kiss and Vampirella. I mean, in the case of this book, this is basically standard Kiss comic fare from what I can tell anyways. I had, prior to this miniseries, never read any Kiss comics. Nope, the only I could tell this is similar to similar Kiss comics was because I saw Link Horror's review of the Kiss comic, the very first one that was supposedly inked with the blood of the band's members of Kiss. Yeah, and Vampirella's got her own TV show now, which I thought that was kind of weird. And like I mentioned, the whole thing, her being a vampire. Oh yeah, that's a long story. And half the time she doesn't wear her signature attire. Nope, she doesn't. Half the time she wears normal clothes. And I'm like, really? This is Vampirella? She doesn't wear her signature attire? But this is the artwork you have for the series. It's not bad artwork per se. It is done by, like I said, Christopher Sibilia. I think it's pronounced the guy's name, right? Sibilia. And the artwork is done by Folia Marlino. That's who does the interior artwork in here. Here's basically Vampirella in her signature attire. Yeah, this is what a lot of people are known for, basically wearing this very attire. It's a pretty good miniseries, what it is, but the only criticism I have, not much interaction between Kiss and Vampirella. I should point out something about the last time I covered a Vampirella comic. It's when I covered Army Douglas Vampirella. You may have noticed, though, that the thumbnail changed. Yeah, where I uploaded the cover for that trade, and then the thing got removed, and I had to switch to a different one, the other trade. There was a reason for that. Apparently, YouTube thought showing Vampirella in her signature attire, they thought showing her in this counted as nudity. I'm like, no. Well, basically, it's not exactly a different drawing, but this is what she had in the cover of the book, and for some reason, that was not allowed as a thumbnail. This is only the second time this officially has happened with me when it comes to my thumbnails. I personally have, except for 2 times, never had a problem uploading a thumbnail. Nope. It's just that basically they pulled that thumbnail because, there's nudity on this image. It's Vampirella in her normal look. What is wrong with you? Yeah, it's so freaking weird. Though apparently the Elvira one apparently had no problem. That's why there was some show for some cleavage. But here's the thing. Don't accuse me of nudity for that one, but Vampirella, oh no. Nudity. Pull the damn thing. Now, you're probably thinking, okay, has that before? Yes, it's actually happened once before. With my re-review for One Piece last year. Where you may notice, though, that the video that covered the Amazon Lily arc, it doesn't have a thumbnail to it. There's a reason why for that, because the thumbnail I had picked for that one, they pulled it, because apparently it was some kind of related to COVID stuff last year. Of course, it's not going right now. But, oh yeah, they thought this image, these two are way too close to each other. They're fictional characters in an anime. And apparently they did not like this image. YouTube didn't give a damn about the damn thing, so I thought I replaced their image. No, I said screw it. I'm not gonna put up their image because that's the image I want to put up. If you the other one, I didn't mind changing that one because at least the other one basically. Oh, by the way, the image I replaced it with was Rose Volume 1. And that one I didn't have much of a problem with that one. Even though I didn't like the fact, because she shows some skin, you can't show that on an image. But apparently showing two people close together, apparently that's a big no-no for some reason. Even though we see that at like every single movie poster and every single cover ever been released for anything. But I digress. Okay, so that's it for particular review. Stay tuned for 2 more reviews, and then we're going to move on to some anime. Next one's going to be a review for My Hero Academia and Black Clover. And after those 2 manga reviews are done, then it'll be on to Case Closed. Then Baruto. And Michigo 10 Championship Combination. And finally, One Piece. Okay, next video. Bye.